You just paid for something you haven't used in 6 months, and it's going to charge you again in 3 days. Right now, while you're listening to this, there's an app on your phone that's been pulling money out of your bank account every single month since last spring, and you have absolutely no memory of subscribing to it. It's not fraud. You authorized it. But here's what's going to blow your mind. The company that owns that app makes 73% of their revenue from people exactly like you, people who forgot they're paying. They don't make money from active users. They make money from ghosts, and you're one of them. By the time this video is over, you're going to know exactly which app is bleeding you dry, how much you've already lost, and the one thing you need to do in the next 60 seconds to stop it from happening again. Let me show you something that's going to make your stomach drop. Pull out your phone right now and go to your subscriptions. I'm serious. If you're on iPhone, go to Settings, tap your name at the top, then tap Subscriptions. If you're on Android, open the Play Store, tap your profile picture, then Payments and Subscriptions. Look at that list. Every single thing on that screen is taking money from you right now. And I guarantee there's at least one subscription on there that you completely forgot existed. For most people, it's 3. The average American has 12 active subscriptions and can only name 7 of them when asked. That means 5 subscriptions are running completely under the radar, charging you every month, and you don't even know they're there. The subscription app industry did $42 billion in revenue last year. Billion. And according to internal data that leaked from one of the major meditation apps, 61% of their paying subscribers haven't opened the app in over 90 days. They're not making money from people who meditate. They're making money from people who forgot they're paying for meditation. Here's how it actually happens, and this is going to sound so familiar it's going to hurt. January 2nd, you're scrolling Instagram and you see an ad for Headspace. You've been stressed. You're not sleeping well. Your New Year's resolution is to take better care of your mental health. The ad shows someone meditating peacefully on a beach at sunrise, and the tagline says, "Just 10 minutes a day can change your life." There's a button that says, "Try 7 days free." You click it. You download the app. You don't even think about the fact that you're entering your credit card information because it's free for a week and you can cancel any time. You do a guided meditation that night. It's actually really nice. You feel calm for the first time in weeks. You do another one the next morning. You're thinking this might actually become a habit. Day 3, you meditate again. Day 4, you're busy and you skip it, but you tell yourself you'll do it tomorrow. Day 5, tomorrow never comes. Day 6, you forget the app exists. Day 7, your free trial ends at midnight while you're asleep and you're automatically charged $12.99. You don't get a notification. You don't get an email asking if you're sure. The money just leaves your account and the subscription activates. January becomes February. You haven't opened Headspace once. February becomes March. Still nothing. March becomes April. The app is on the 3rd page of your phone, buried under a folder you never open. But every single month, on the 2nd day of the month, $12.99 disappears from your checking account. By June, you've paid $77 for an app you used 3 times. Now multiply that by every other subscription on your phone that followed the exact same pattern. You downloaded Babbel in March because you wanted to learn Spanish before your vacation to Cancun. You used it every day for 2 weeks. You went on vacation. You came back. You never opened it again. But Babbel Premium is still charging you $12.99 every single month. That's another $78 since March. You downloaded MyFitnessPal Premium in January because you wanted to track your calories and hit your weight loss goals. You logged your food religiously for 3 weeks. Then you had a bad week where you ate terribly and you didn't want to see the numbers, so you stopped opening the app. But the subscription is still active. $9.99 a month. $60 since January. You downloaded Blinkist because you saw a YouTube ad saying you could read a book in 15 minutes by getting the key insights. $14.99 a month. You read 3 book summaries in the first week, and then you realized you don't actually retain information from summaries the way you do from real books. You meant to cancel it. You forgot. That's $105 since you subscribed 7 months ago. Let me tell you about the app that's probably costing you the most money right now, and you definitely forgot about it. It's called Truebill or Rocket Money or Trim, one of those financial management apps that promises to find subscriptions you forgot about and cancel them for you. The irony is almost beautiful. You downloaded one of these apps specifically to stop wasting money on forgotten subscriptions, and now the app itself has become a forgotten subscription. These apps charge anywhere from $3 to $12 a month, depending on which tier you picked when you signed up. You used it once. It found 2 old subscriptions and cancelled them for you. You felt great about saving money. Then you never opened the app again because you figured it was handling everything automatically. But here's the thing. The app doesn't work unless you actively use it every month to review your subscriptions. It's not magic. It's just a fancy interface for looking at your bank transactions. So now you're paying $10 a month for an app that's supposed to save you money, but you're not using it, which means you're just adding another subscription to the pile of subscriptions you're not using. I've talked to people who paid for Truebill for 2 years without opening it once. That's $240 for an app designed to prevent you from wasting money on apps. But here's where this gets truly insane. The apps know you're not using them. They have analytics. They can see that you haven't logged in 4 months. They know you're a zombie subscriber, and they do everything in their power to keep you in that zombie state because you're their most profitable customer. You cost them nothing. You're not using server resources. You're not contacting customer support. You're not taking up bandwidth. You're just a credit card number that auto-renews every month and generates pure profit. Headspace's internal metrics showed that active users, people who actually meditate regularly, cost the company money because they use a lot of bandwidth streaming audio files. But inactive subscribers who never log in generate almost 100% profit margin. Every single meditation app company knows this. Every fitness app knows this. Every language learning app knows this. Their entire business model is built on subscriber acquisition and subscriber forgetfulness. They spend millions on Facebook ads and Instagram ads and YouTube ads to get you to download the app and start a free trial. Then they do absolutely nothing to keep you engaged because they don't need to. They just need you to forget to cancel. Let me show you how deliberate this is. When you sign up for a subscription, it takes 1 tap. You see the button, you tap it, Face ID or your thumbprint confirms, done, you're subscribed. The entire process takes 4 seconds. But when you want to cancel, suddenly it's a maze. You have to open the app, you have to find the settings menu, which is usually hidden under your profile icon, or a hamburger menu in the corner. You have to scroll down to account settings. Then you have to find subscription management, which is never called that. It's called membership or premium or billing or manage plan. You tap that. You get taken to a screen that shows you what you're paying and when it renews. You have to scroll all the way to the bottom to find the cancel button. You tap cancel. A pop-up appears, asking if you're sure you want to lose access to all these amazing features. You tap, yes, I'm sure. Another screen appears offering you 3 months at 50% off if you stay. You tap, no thanks. Another screen appears with testimonials from people who love the app and asking if there's anything they can do to keep you. You tap, I still want to cancel. Finally, you get to a screen that says your subscription will remain active until the end of your current billing period, and then you'll lose access. You tap confirm. Then you get an email 30 seconds later saying, We're sorry to see you go. Would you like to reactivate your subscription with one click? The entire cancellation process takes 3 minutes and 12 taps and 2 emails, and it's designed that way on purpose because every single extra step reduces the likelihood that you'll follow through by 8%. That's not a guess. That's data from A/B testing that these companies do to optimize their retention rates. Here's the part that's going to make you angry. Apple and Google know this is happening, and they profit from it. Every subscription that goes through the App Store, Apple takes 30%. Every subscription through the Google Play Store, Google takes 30%. They make billions of dollars a year from app subscriptions, and a huge chunk of that is from zombie subscribers. Apple could easily build a feature that alerts you when you haven't used a subscription app in 60 days and asks if you want to cancel. They could put a big notification on your home screen once a month, showing you exactly how much you're spending on subscriptions. They could make the subscription management screen easier to find. They don't, because it's not in their financial interest. The harder it is for you to track and cancel subscriptions, the more money they make. And it's technically not illegal because you did authorize the charges, and you can cancel any time. It's just buried and complicated and deliberately friction-filled. They're not breaking any laws. They're just exploiting human psychology for profit. Now let me tell you about the single worst category of apps when it comes to this, and it's not what you think. It's not meditation apps or fitness apps or language apps. It's utility apps. Those apps that promise to clean your phone or boost your battery or protect your privacy or block spam calls or manage your files. These apps are almost always scams. They don't do anything your phone doesn't already do automatically. Your iPhone already manages its own storage. Your Android already optimizes its own battery. You don't need a third-party app to do these things. But these apps are incredibly good at convincing you that your phone is slow or full or vulnerable, and they offer a 7-day free trial to fix all your problems. You download the app. It runs a scan. It shows you a scary-looking report that says you have 800 megabytes of junk files and your phone is running at 30% efficiency and you have 12 security vulnerabilities. None of this is real. It's all fake numbers designed to scare you. But you don't know that, so you start the free trial. The app deletes some cache files that would have been automatically deleted anyway and shows you a progress bar that says optimizing. Your phone feels a little faster, but that's placebo. You forget about the app. 7 days later, you're charged $49.99 for a yearly subscription, not monthly, yearly. One charge, $50. Done. You don't see another charge for 12 months, which means you're absolutely going to forget what this charge is for when it shows up again next year. These utility scam apps make hundreds of millions of dollars a year from people who don't even remember installing them. There's an app called Clean Master that was downloaded over 1 billion times before Google finally kicked it off the Play Store for deceptive practices. It made its developers over $300 million in subscription revenue, and internal data showed that 84% of paying subscribers never opened the app after the first week. That's not an app business. That's a memory exploitation business. They're not selling you a product. They're selling you a subscription and then hoping you forget about it before you realize the product doesn't work. Let me give you some real numbers so you understand how much money you're actually losing. The average American has 4 forgotten subscriptions at any given time. The average cost of those subscriptions is around $9 each. That's $36 a month you're paying for services you don't use. Over a year, that's $432. Over 5 years, that's $2,160. That's not a rounding error. That's not pocket change. That's a used car. That's a down payment on something that actually matters. and you're giving it away to app companies that are doing absolutely nothing for you except remembering to charge your credit card every month. But here's what makes this even more painful. Most of these subscriptions are for apps that have free alternatives that work just as well. You're paying $12.99 a month for Headspace when there are hundreds of free guided meditations on YouTube. You're paying $14.99 for Babbel when Duolingo is free and arguably better. You're paying $9.99 for MyFitnessPal Premium when the free version does everything most people need. You're paying for premium versions of apps because the apps convinced you that premium means better, but premium usually just means more features you'll never use locked behind a paywall. The vast majority of people who pay for app subscriptions would be perfectly fine with the free versions, but the apps are very good at making you feel like you're missing out if you don't upgrade. Here's another thing nobody talks about. Subscriptions are psychologically addictive in a weird way, not because you love using the service, but because canceling feels like admitting failure. You subscribe to a meditation app because you wanted to be the kind of person who meditates every day. Canceling the subscription feels like admitting you're not that person. You subscribe to a language app because you wanted to be bilingual. Canceling feels like giving up on that dream. You subscribe to a fitness app because you wanted to get in shape. Canceling feels like accepting that you're never going to work out consistently, so the subscription stays active not because you're using it, but because it represents who you wish you were. The app companies know this. They market their apps as identity products, not utility products. They're not selling you meditation. They're selling you the identity of being someone who meditates, and as long as the subscription is active, you get to maintain that identity in your own mind, even if you never actually use the app. Now let me tell you exactly how much money you've already lost, and you don't even know it. If you're an average American adult and you got your first smartphone around 2010, you've probably been downloading and forgetting about apps for about 15 years. Let's say you've had an average of 3 forgotten subscriptions at any given time over that period, each costing about $10 a month. That's $30 a month, $360 a year, $5,400 over 15 years. That's a conservative estimate. A lot of people have way more forgotten subscriptions than 3. Some people have 10. I've talked to people who checked their subscriptions after watching a video like this and found they were paying for 19 apps they didn't know about. 19. That person was losing $213 a month on forgotten subscriptions. $2,500 a year. They'd been doing this for 4 years, over $10,000 gone. Here's the part where I tell you exactly what to do right now, and I mean right now, this second, before you forget about this video and go back to your life and let this keep happening. Pause this video. Open your phone. Go to your subscription settings. Look at the list. For every subscription on that list, ask yourself one question. Did I open this app in the last 30 days? Not do I plan to use it. Not might I use it someday. Did I actually open it in the last month? If the answer is no, cancel it immediately. Don't think about it. Don't tell yourself you'll cancel it later. Cancel it right now while you're looking at it. Because if you don't do it right this second, you're going to forget. And it's going to keep charging you. And 6 months from now, you're going to be watching another video like this one and having the exact same realization and promising yourself you'll deal with it and then not dealing with it. Break that cycle right now. Cancel everything you're not actively using today. Here's what's going to happen when you do this. You're going to cancel 2 or 3 or 5 subscriptions. You're going to feel a little bit of anxiety, like maybe you're giving up on something important. Ignore that feeling. It's not real. It's the psychological trick the app companies planted in your brain. Then over the next few days, you're going to completely forget you cancelled anything because you weren't using those apps anyway. Your life will not change at all except for one thing. You'll have $40 or $60 or $100 a month back in your account. And that's when you're going to realize how completely insane it was that you were paying for all of that stuff you weren't using. Next step. Set a reminder on your phone for the first day of every quarter. Every 3 months, you're going to spend 15 minutes checking your subscriptions again. Because this isn't a one-time problem, this is an ongoing issue. You're going to download new apps, you're going to start new free trials, you're going to forget about them. You need a system to catch them before they drain hundreds of dollars. Put it in your calendar right now, first day of January, April, July, October. 15 minutes, check subscriptions. That's 1 hour a year to save potentially thousands of dollars. You spend more time than that watching TikTok videos that you forget about 5 seconds later. This is 1 hour that will actually change your financial situation. Third step. Before you ever subscribe to anything new, ask yourself if there's a free alternative, because there almost always is. Google the name of the app plus the word free alternative. See what comes up. Most of the time, you're going to find something that does 90% of what the paid app does for $0. And if you absolutely need the paid version, choose monthly over yearly. I know yearly is cheaper per month. I know they offer you a discount. Don't take it, because a monthly charge shows up on your bank statement every month and reminds you that you're paying for something. A yearly charge happens once, and then you forget about it for 12 months. The discount is not worth the risk of forgetting. Fourth step, if you have any subscriptions that you legitimately use and want to keep, set a reminder for yourself 1 week before they renew. This gives you a chance to evaluate whether you're still using it enough to justify the cost. Maybe you were using Spotify Premium every day 6 months ago, but now you mostly listen to podcasts and you're barely using Spotify at all. Cancel it and switch to the free version. Maybe you were using that cloud storage subscription when you were backing up a lot of photos, but now you've cleaned out your phone and you're only using 20 gigabytes of your 200 gigabyte plan. Downgrade to a cheaper tier. These little optimizations add up. Every subscription you downgrade or cancel is money back in your account every single month forever. Here's the truth that's going to sting. You've been working so hard to make money, and then you've been letting that money leak out of your account in the dumbest possible way. You didn't buy anything. You didn't invest in anything. You didn't spend it on anything you enjoyed. You just forgot that you were paying for things, and the app companies happily collected your money every month while doing absolutely nothing for you. That's not your fault. The system is designed to make this happen. But now you know. Now you see exactly how it works, and the only question left is whether you're actually going to do something about it, or whether you're going to close this video and tell yourself you'll deal with it later, and then never deal with it, and keep losing money every single month for the rest of your life. So here's what happens next. You either take action right now, this second, and cancel the subscriptions you're not using, or you don't. And if you don't, you need to be honest with yourself about what that means. It means you value convenience and avoiding 3 minutes of mild discomfort more than you value $400 a year. And maybe that's fine. Maybe $400 a year doesn't matter to you. But if you're someone who's stressed about money, if you're someone who feels like you're always broke and you can never get ahead, if you're someone who looks at your bank account and wonders where all your money goes, this is where it's going. This is the leak. This is the hole in your bucket. And you can either plug it right now, or you can let it keep draining and wonder why you're always struggling financially. This app subscription is secretly draining your account. But it's not a secret anymore. You know exactly what's happening. You know exactly which apps are doing it. You know exactly how much money you're losing, and you know exactly how to stop it. The information is no longer the problem. The only thing left is whether you're going to act on it. So go check your subscriptions right now. Cancel what you're not using. Set up a quarterly reminder to check again. And stop giving your money away to companies that are literally doing nothing except hoping you forget they exist. Your bank account will thank you. Your future self will thank you. And 6 months from now, when you have $500 extra that you would have otherwise wasted on forgotten subscriptions, you're going to thank yourself for actually taking this seriously and doing something about it instead of just watching this video and forgetting about it like you forget about everything else.